It's an anniversary sale. It's a classic car auction. This is a 2004 F-150. Now, the fun fact about this generation F-150, number one, this is a 7700 pickup. The question is, why is the Eagle Talon puffing though? Why is it puffing? Come on, man. I just can't win on this stuff that I bought when prices were high. Cadillac Alante, Chevy Corvette C8, Porsche GT3 RS, Ferrari 355, and hey, what's that right there? That is a Nissan Skyline. That is my Nissan Skyline, and today we are selling it at a specialty sale, and you're gonna join me. Oh, look at the colors. We get some brown, we get some purple, we have some greens in there. Today we're gonna sell that along with a couple other cars over there, which I'm gonna show you right now. There we have it, my 1990 Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive turbo in a manual transmission with 82,000 miles. I built that car 5 years ago. I've driven it twice. It's going through the auction today. This car is really, really, really rare, and it's really clean. And I own this for like $12,000. And today we are not gonna sell it for $12,000. We'll see what the high bid is. And I'm also selling that twin turbo V8 Porsche Cayenne. I don't know what we're gonna get. You're gonna follow along with me and find out. My name's Craig from Flying Wheels. Today's a really fun auction day. There's some cool stuff here. Let's get going. So if you follow along, you know this is one of my favorite days of the week. But this one, today specifically, is one of my most favorite days of the year. Why? It's an anniversary sale. It's a classic car auction. It's an interesting car dealer auction, not just your regular Toyotas and your pickups. There's some really cool stuff here, 3 of which I brought. 1990 Eagle Talon TSI Turbo. I've owned that car for 5 years. I rebuilt that car myself with my brother Adam all together. Porsche Cayenne twin turbo V8 near 500 horsepower all-wheel drive lead sled. This thing selling today. All right, there's finally some stuff here. It's been a little dull this spring. Usually people are bringing their toys by now. I haven't seen much. There's a lot going on, and I'm going to show you all of them. Before I dive into it, the Skyline. I own that car for $30,000. I paid $18,000 to ship it to me. I gave my brother $8,000 to paint it. All those parts, bumper, the side skirts, all those things were JDM, like they had to be imported. They're like, Skylines are stupid expensive to get parts for. So that car I own for over 30. I don't know, I got 25 was the high bid at Meekum. I don't know what we're gonna get today. Then the Talon, I own that car for near 12 grand. Engine out, restoration, I say that loosely. Tires, wheels, brakes, timing belt, water pump, clutch, paint. Adam, my brother, did the paint on that. 12 grand on that. I don't know what we're gonna get on that. The Porsche, I own that for like 5,500. So we'll see. I think that'll be the one we sell over everything. I don't know how we're gonna do today. We're gonna find out. It's just kind of stressful. And then I showed you already way over there a bunch of other cool cars. I'm gonna do a walkthrough of the entire auction, see what's here. I bet there's a bunch of fun things that you're gonna join me with. And we're gonna see if these babies sell. I'm moving to Florida. I have to liquidate. And then a fire sale is when you take your losses, unfortunately. So I have to move things. I gotta get rid of these things. So if you keep seeing thumbnails that say, loss, huge loss, big loss, what? It's true, because I'm liquidating. I need to move on. I need to free up all this cash, and I'm just gonna sit on the cash. I have a whole video of why I'm gonna do that, why I'm doing that, coming out soon. There's a reason I'm liquidating everything. I'll tell you why in another video. Today's video, let's go look at some cool cars and see what they sell for. Here, my father. You bought yourself a Jeep. Did it come with the shirt?
I bought the shirt in Europe before I actually thought about buying a Jeep. Give me out.
You're a real Jeep guy now. Let's start with this right here, and even my father's interested in it. This is a 2004 F-150. Now, the fun fact about this generation F-150, number one, it's a Florida truck. So if we look in here, the frame, the bed rails are all perfect. It's so cool to see something like this. Then you go to the rocker panels and the cab corners. These trucks don't exist in New Hampshire, which is why I'm moving to Florida. I could ship these things home to you and you could sell them for me. All right, I said fun fact about this truck. Here's the fun fact. This is an F-150, right? But if you count the lugs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lugs. This is a 7700 pickup. So this is like the F-150. Oh, look at it. It even says it right there. HD F-150. So this is like the heavy duty package for the F-150. Bigger engine, better tow package, better suspension. Interesting truck.
Dibs at 2,500.
Yeah, right. How about 8,500? That's, I bet it's more than that. This is the one of the first new trucks you bought. I remember when you bought it in white in like 98.
Yeah, I like.
And they had the doors that open. This was like the first extended cab doors that actually opened, in this generation F-150. So everybody's familiar with this now. But this was the first truck that actually did this. And it only did it on one side. Remember that?
Yep.
This one, because it's a 2000, it does it on both sides. But in 98, 97, one
97,
side,
yep.
and it was like new technology back then.
This is one of my favorite trucks back in the day.
Mine too. So as you can see, I am already in Florida. See the palm trees? I am jumping back and forth from New Hampshire to Florida. I've already been to New Hampshire 2 different times since we've moved, and I'll be back again in a few more weeks. Taught Lauren how to buy and sell at the auction already. She's running everything up there while I'm here. Now the Eagle Talon we're working on is an OBD1 emissions because it's from 1990, meaning it's pre-emission. I can't plug in an OBD tool to figure out what's going on with it because it is running rough. Just like this 94 Viper, it's pre-emissions, it's OBD1. I cannot use a scan tool on it. But anything after 1996 is OBD2, meaning I can diagnose it with a scan tool, which is a perfect segue into our next segment. Hey, it's giveaway day, and I'm gonna give one of you a Bluetooth scan tool. As you know, I'm in Florida. Cadillac Escalade has a check engine light. I need to diagnose it. I have a ton of scan tools, but today's video is sponsored by Carly. Carly is a little different than most scan tools that I have. Now you see I have a drawer full of, there's one there. My Carly's a little different. This is a Bluetooth OBD diagnostic tool, and it also does a lot more than just diagnostics. So my wife's Cadillac Escalade, 6.2 liter. I've already done head gaskets. I've already done lifters. I've already done cam, like crazy engine work at 59,000 miles. It now has, did we hit 80,000 yet? I don't really know. I'm gonna give this to one of you after because I have a few of them. I'm gonna take it and plug it into my OBD scan port right there. So that is my OBD2 port. Every car after 1996 has an OBD reader, which will basically tell you what the check engine lights are on for. Carly does a heck of a lot more than that. So I'm logged into my Carly app right now. I'm gonna refresh the vehicle and I'm going to add a new car. This is a Cadillac. It downloaded the information, and now you can see that we have accessed valuable data to take back control of my car. I'm gonna connect to my scanner. The check mark shows that it has been connected. I can do diagnostics on my vehicle. So diagnostics in progress, Carly is running. Carly actually does a lot more than just check my OBD diagnostics. I can turn off the chime on my seatbelt. There's all types of secret information that you can program your car to that you couldn't otherwise do on a regular scan tool. Diagnostics completed, 17 issues found. Carly also offers a smart mechanic option. So now in Carly, I actually have their upgraded subscription, which is an annual membership, which unlocks a lot more for me. Now you can see my vehicle status is moderate. I have 17 issues, which isn't very promising. I can do diagnostics, live data readouts, check my battery. I have a critical issue, potential battery empty defective, generator is defective, or high resistance in the supply line. So I either have a battery issue or an alternator issue. Now in the digital garage, I can check my benefits, access my PDF reports, and back them up anytime, and I can open and share those reports as well. Here's a full diagnostics report, and it can also get emailed to me directly. We can test emissions, we can test catalytic converters, we can even test fuel injectors with the scan tool. It's all done through Bluetooth, so I just plug it in, connect it to my phone, and I'm all set. I'm actually gonna give this one away. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment Carly in the comments section. Next week, I'm gonna randomly pick somebody to give this to. Now, one of 40 to 60,000 plus people is gonna win this. If this is something you're interested in, there is a link in the description down below if you'd like to purchase one for yourself. Very useful, very handy. This is the Carly OBD2 Bluetooth scan tool, and you can get one for yourself with the link in the description. Thanks, Carly. Let's get on with the video. So we're chatting about cars, and I'm explaining why I'm liquidating everything is because I just so sick of cars. I hate working on them. I hate that every car I have has an issue. I just heard one of the dealers start the Talon, and the belt was squealing. Brand new belt, brand new time belt, brand new water pump, but there's still issues on a car that I've spent so much money on and never drive. And then you brought up a story.
So that's the car you love, and you end up hating it because of all the stuff
that was my dream car.
Yeah. So I had a friend, I went to a cookout, and he's a body man. So I remember going to the cookout, and I'm like, Jimmy, why don't you have a 70 Chevelle or something like that and redo it? You could do it mint. And he goes, because I effing hate cars. He goes, I spend my whole life working on cars. He said, I'm done. I don't want to work on mine. I don't want to work on anybody else's. I want to enjoy my free time and enjoy life. And I never got it until now.
I get it. Yeah, I don't. The Viper, I love it. Don't ever use it. Once a year. The Skyline, hate it.
That's why I just sold the Vet. The Vet was a beautiful car with no issues, but I never drove it. So I got rid of it and got the Jeep because I figured the Jeep, at least I can drive year round.
And you know what? Brand new, no headaches. Yeah. Enjoy it and then sell it and then buy something else brand new.
No Jeep shirt.
Check this out. So this is like an 89-ish Cadillac Alante. Robin Williams actually drove this car in the movie The Cadillac Man. Came with a hard top with the soft top underneath. If you open it up, and start it with the digital dash. Dad, could you start that car? They took the key, but it's pretty interesting to see how like futuristic they were trying with this car.
They're an oddball car, but I've always liked it.
Yeah, this was supposed to be like the competition of the SL 500. 35,000 miles it says, and based on the appearance, if that's original paint, it looks it.
So according to your last video just a few minutes ago, somebody bought this, loved it, never drove it, and then decided, I never drive this, get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
35,000 miles on a 89.
Wow, look at the leather and everything.
It looks immaculate though, huh?
Crazy to see them in this condition. This is probably a car I'd buy and then ship down to Mecum, which is next month in July, and then lose money. I know we're here for toys, so I guess this is a toy. This is a fifth wheel, like luxury. This is one of my most favorite things I've ever owned, was my fifth wheel camper. I had a luxury one, and all the slides slide out. So this slides out. Going into the master, everything's cheap and particle board. You can see the door already broke off, but this slides out, so you have a full queen bed in your own bedroom with a television. Then you have your decent sized bathroom. Go here, cabinets everywhere. Slide door here, barn door, and then you have your office right here. That also slides out. And then going in here, propane stove, center island, reclining couches, tons and tons of space, slide outs on both sides. This is what I'd want to be my bachelor pad. Can I call it that?
A man. A guy who's been married for 20 years or plus. This is his getaway.
And there's even cabinets, everything's high ceilings. It is awesome. I would buy this and not tell a soul I own it. You were gonna say that? That white Corvette has been here for weeks. We'll go look at that in a second.
That's cheap, I might buy it.
Let's go look at the boat. So the problem with boats at the auction, they're red light, same with campers.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about them. You don't even know if it runs, and there's a good chance that it's here because it doesn't run, and so he doesn't want to put the money into it.
Line makes a nice boat.
So if you ever feel like gambling, buy a boat at an auction, and you might get lucky and feel like you hit the lottery. Chances are you didn't though. So if you watch my boat series, that was an auction boat. 2018-foot Crown Line. This is a sharp-looking boat though.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like your Caravelle, our first boat.
Yeah, I would like this just for fun.
But is it a Mercury or is it a Volvo? It's a Mercruiser, so parts are readily available and replaceable.
This would be tempting.
Good looking starter boat.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm done with the big stuff.
Yeah.
I would like something small, just to...
You have too many grandkids. You can't have a boat this small.
You're taking them away.
That's a sore subject with the grandparents. So the Corvette is white interior too, and it's a 6-speed.
I like
right up your alley.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did a thing on this. What was it, 91? They changed the taillights to square instead of circles? Or was it 90?
90.
They did the dash in 89, I think, and the taillights in 90. So they updated everything?
The ZR1 taillights, and then they put them on the regular taillights.
Ah, see, everybody has some facts.
Yeah, they came out, those were on the ZR1s.
And then they changed the dash and all the instrument cluster controls. The leather's in phenomenal shape. The dash isn't cracked, and it's a 6-speed with what says 31,000 miles. Ooh, that's too close for comfort right there. He asked me what I think. I say 7,500, but it's probably they want 12, I bet.
I want it for 5,500.
Yeah, sure, I would too. You open the hood, so we might as well discuss it. Be careful with the truck in front of you. But this is a 5.7 liter V8. The C6s, so the C5s, the next generation, also had a 5.7 liter V8. The difference is this is an LT1, cast iron block. Does it have aluminum heads, do you know?
Looks to be original, yes, I think so.
And then the C5, the generation after this, also 5.7 liter, has an LS1, so LT1 versus LS1. LS1 is a full aluminum block, full aluminum heads, more power, way lighter engine, in a newer body, obviously, too. There's a C5 Corvette over here, white with beige, 23,000 miles. Wow, low mile cars today. I'm sure it's an automatic. If it has low miles like this is an old man's car.
Why are they bringing
Yeah,
it to the
automatic, because it'll pull all the money here. Old man car, old man looking at it.
What was the other one, the 90?
Sorry.
You know, you make fun of me and you make jokes, but just watch the video of me and just remember, in 20 years, it's going to be you. A little pot belly, you know, you'll think your jokes are funny, you know. It is what it is.
I still think my jokes are funny. I really hope that's not what I think it is.
What?
I had a 2021 Kia Seltos. I bought it here, had it for an entire year, 41,000 miles, couldn't sell the thing. So I basically gave it away for $16,500, I think. If he's running it here, it's because he thinks he can make more money than I did at the same auction. No, same color. Mine had 43. This is 36,000 miles. I'm gonna watch it just to see how it does. I sold mine for $16,500 a few weeks ago. That's a better seller than me. That's a new car store, so there's a good chance they will get more money than me. We have another C5 Corvette. Love the chrome wheels. 9,845,000 miles on an automatic. These they should be like $7,500. They're not though. It'll get $9,000 to $10,000. Faded top. I actually have, I think, another roof for that. Those are removable Targas, so even though it's faded, you can swap it out or paint it, whatever. Faded and scratched up.
I want to see what the Skyline goes for.
I don't want to see what the Skyline goes for.
I'm surprised. Well, I guess I'm not really surprised. Like you say, it's a certain market.
The Skyline is a kid's car. Like, even one of the dealers came up to me and he's like, oh, my kid's so hot on this car.
Yeah.
But the kids can't afford
They don't
it.
have any money, yeah.
So the people, the demographic that wants it can't actually afford the car. Actually on the Talon and the Skyline, so that's promising. Brought a Cayenne twin turbo. And since we're talking about toys, most of these are repos. We have a GSXR 600 right here, a 2013. So fun. I used to be a bike guy, and then now like deaths are way up because there are just too many people texting and distracted drivers. I know I sound like an old person, but it's true. I know like a decent amount of people that have died on motorcycles, so I don't usually ride that often anymore. Sportster, bank repo. CBR 1000RR, bank repo. Honda, whatever, Fury, bank repo. KX 250, ooh, I wouldn't mind a dirt bike. Bank repo. And then we have a Polaris Slingshot and a C-Moto. What is this, like a Chinese four-wheeler? It looks pretty built for, like pretty well built for one of those cheapy Chinese four-wheelers though.
A few moments later.
Engine out service was just done. Just yellowed me though. Just yellowed me. Rizzy's the color. Hey, what movie is that from? 95 short bed, lifted, 124,000 miles, is $12,000, and it's not even nice. Now tell me if you remember this. The crossbody seatbelt. When you close the door, the seatbelt would cross over your body and then choke you. If you get out too fast, it would choke you again. Oh, yep, there we go. Now the entire interior was designed like a cockpit. You can see the steering wheel and how close everything is, as well as how clean the gauges are, and then everything surrounds the driver like a cockpit with your grip shift knob. 69 Volkswagen bus. Look at the orange shag carpeting in it. All right, it's time. Eagle Talon going through. Nissan Skyline running through. And then Porsche Cayenne twin turbo running through right now. The question is, why is the Eagle Talon puffing though? Why is it puffing? Come on, man. Really, really annoying me that this car is smoking because I spent a lot of money to have somebody go through this thing originally. And I've literally never used it. So I hate cars. I hate cars. I hope you can hear it in my tone how much I despise owning vehicles. All right, here we go. Eagle Talon's coming up. This is a TSI turbo all-wheel drive. That's a really rare car.
Turbo all-wheel drive, what?
Turbo. So
TSI turbo all-wheel drive.
bill of sale only because of the age.
Bill of sale only. We're going to put the yellow line on and put it.
I own this thing for maybe 12 into it. I don't know what it's going to do.
Give me an idea. I mean, how
I'm hoping I can get 12, like 8, 9-ish.
How far you want me to back it up to?
If I can get 8 or 9, I'll be happy. Less than that, I'm taking.
Guys, it's all-wheel drive. It's bill of sale, 11 grand, 11 grand, 10 grand. Guys, just give me a fair offer. Fair offer. But it's a hard to get car. It's all-wheel drive. It is a turbo. 6 grand, 62. 6 grand. All right, here's my last offer. 5 grand, 2, 4, 56, 8, 6 grand. 6 grand. I can't hear you. 6 grand. 6 grand. 6 grand. 2. I got money, boys. That ain't gonna buy it. 6,200. It's all-wheel drive, turbo. 6 grand. 2. Take it away. 6 grand. They got 12 grand in it. It's a rare car.
My eyelids twitching.
Let's try
Nissan Skyline.
Nissan Skyline, guys.
It's in kilometers.
It's in kilometers.
So it's roughly like
no arbitration
44,000
on this car.
Roughly like 44,000 miles
Guys,
of
it's
ish.
roughly 44,000 miles.
real
It is
miles.
kilometers. So it is real kilometers, so it's about 44,000 miles. There's no arbitration on this car. I believe this car's what they call R33.
This is an R33, yeah.
It's a 34, 32, 30 grand, 30 grand. I'm starting in the doghouse, boys. It's $500 bid. 20 grand, 20,005, 21, 5, 22, 5, 22, 5. 22, 5, 5, 5, 22, 5, 22,
I brought the wrong cars, I guess. No. The title's here for this one. Just If it's over like 4,500, I'll sell it. Twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive.
Twin turbo V8, we got a title, right? Twin turbo V8, it's red light for the A.
Horse is up now.
06 model. Twin turbo V8. 75. Twin turbo V8 with a title. 3 grand, 32, 34, 36, 35, 6, 7, 37. If you buy this car, I'll give you free ice cream. 7.
Thanks for trying. I hate cars so much. You're at the wrong place anyway. Nobody knows what a Skyline is, but I can't effing give that thing away. I don't know what to do with it. I own it for $30,000. e-tron, I own it for $80,000. The Talon, I own it for $12,000. I just can't win on this stuff that I bought when prices were high. Car's been here for 3 weeks. Oh, that's why. They want 15 grand for it. That's why it's been here 3 weeks. All right, here's the 2021 Kia Seltos that I just sold for $16,500. Much cleaner than this one with brand new tires. I'm curious to see, and this is cloth interior. Curious to see what this sells for compared to mine. So I'm a no-name small dealer. Nobody bids on my stuff. Why is it here type of thing? Why is he running it? Versus this is a new car dealer. I'm curious to see what this goes for compared to me selling it. So a new car dealer selling it versus me selling it. It's at $17,000 and it has 10,000 less miles than mine. It's a new car dealer. So he's getting like another $500 to $600 more than me. So I guess I mean, okay. He's at 17.8. Now he's at 18. So yeah, that's the difference. It's a difference of $2,000, $1,500. And mine was nicer. 18.9. So it's officially $2,000 more than I sold mine for. I hate this job. It is so taxing on me. It is so tiring. This job is so exhausting sometimes, and I've just accumulated so many projects over the years, and now that I'm leaving, it's time to liquidate, and it's really, really exhausting to have to try to get rid of the things that have been sitting around for so long. I just like mentally don't have much in me anymore. I need a break. I've spread myself so thin over the past few years with other projects that I don't have it in me anymore. Today was between yesterday trying to get them here and all the headaches I didn't show you behind the scenes, and then today I don't have it in me. So here's the thing, it's not 2020, 2021, 2022 anymore. People are keeping their money. I am cashing out, and for a good reason. I'm cashing out of everything, my house, and I'm renting a house in Florida. I'm not even buying anything. I'm cashing out of all my cars and all the toys and everything that I'm sitting on that's making no money and is clearly depreciating. I'm cashing out of all of it. The question is, do I just liquidate and take the losses and then have the cash, or do I hold on to them and let them keep depreciating until I find the right buyer, but potentially make more money? This job is taxing, it's exhausting. I've put a lot of work into it, and I'm stretched really, really thin, and it's not just the dealership. Like, YouTube is a lot of work. Making these YouTube videos, I'm up till midnight every night making these videos, and I'm up at 6 a.m. in the morning going back and forth with my editor because he's overseas and it's the only time I can contact him. And then I try to fit in gym time and family time and sports and social life, and then I have properties and brands that help sponsor these channels. They're a lot of work too. It's a lot, and that's why I'm like trying to make my life a little bit more simple, focus on a few things that make me happy and that I can make better, improve. And I can't do that until I can get rid of everything else that's just sitting around. And I'm leaving in 3 weeks, so I'm really, really stressed. So my vibe has changed from the beginning of the video to the end of this video. The car dealership has made me so much money over the years. It has supported my entire family and paid off my house and bought us real estate and taken us on vacations and bought me toys and things that make me smile. But now I'm at a point where I want other things, and I can't get there. I just can't get there because we're in a different time and a different market. So I wanted to give you an update because I kind of recapped these videos back and forth, flip-flopping from Florida to New Hampshire. In our previous video, which was part 1, we were getting the Eagle Talon ready for sale. I was moving back and forth to Florida and New Hampshire, so I had come back to help out. Like, I started that car, then Devin cleaned it, and then I came back, got it to the auction, listed to the auction. Now I'm back in Florida. Lauren ended up selling the Eagle Talon TSI. This is our first time doing a screen recording. So I'm in Florida and Lauren is in Flying Wheels in New Hampshire, and I wanted to give you guys an update on where we're at with the Eagle Talon. So Lauren, this is an Eagle Talon video that you're in right now. It did not sell. So the red TSI, the turbo all-wheel drive, did not
Yeah.
sell at the auction. Then I moved down to Florida, which is where I'm at right now. And you
Yep.
ended up selling the Eagle Talon to one of our viewers, I think, right?
Yes, the first Eagle Talon.
Yeah, the nicer one.
Yep, that one sold a couple months ago, or I think last month, I want to say.
So the red Talon TSI sold to a YouTube viewer, I think, like a local guy that knew the car. I owned the
Yes.
thing for around $12,000 after everything. I actually just found a bunch of receipts, so if that person's watching, he can reach out to me and I can email them to him. How much did we end up selling that Talon for, the nicer one?
8,000.
I could see it in your face how bad it was. So we lost
Yeah.
$2,000 on it, but that was like a long-term life project. So
Yeah.
and it wasn't complete. Was there any issues with it when you actually sold it? Did we finish everything or what?
I believe when he test drove it just like a quick little lap. He said it ran a little bit rough, but it was pretty much fine, and it was just rusty. But it's a 91, so
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
expected.
All right. And then just recently, you actually this weekend sold the other Talon, the front wheel drive non-turbo as well. How
Yeah.
much did you sell that one for?
3,500.
3,500? You know how much
Yep.
I got into it?
I don't.
All right. So I think I paid like 1,800 for it. I bought it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not even on my sheet how much you paid for
Devin
it.
detailed it, and then we didn't really do anything repair-wise because it was just kind of a collector card, like a cheapie
Yeah.
for somebody.
Yep.
So let's just say we owned it for like 2,200. We sold it for
Yep. 35.
all right. So we made roughly $1,300 on that one. Took a pretty big loss on the other ones. So if say we lost 4, made what did I say? 1,000, made 1,500. All right. So we ended up losing roughly $2,500 between the two cars. So the cheaper one made up for the expensive one, and it's only because I just dove too deep into that nicer.
Yep.
I just went down the rabbit hole of fixing it. All right. So just so all of you know that's watching this video, this is how it works. Lauren is taking care of her. She runs the show, and then we do video chats and like regular phone calls and texts, and then she hands out knuckle sandwiches to people.
I sure do.
I guess that's it for now. This is our first video doing it like this. So if people are watching it, you can tell us if you like this or not. Maybe we can get Lauren a stand for her phone so she's not so shaky. You look like Michael Fox is holding the phone. That wasn't anything to say.
Blair Witch Project, maybe.
Yeah.
Cut the Michael Fox out and put Blair Witch in.
Here, up my nostril like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Like my grandfather and father take their photos like this.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for now. Thanks a lot, Lauren.
All right.
All right, on to the next segment. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It was supposed to just be like a toy. I enjoy $3,500 toys, but once the engine came out, if you watch the series, it turned into, well, why don't we do this to it? Well, the engine's already out. Why don't we do this? Well, and then just kept snowballing into bigger and more expenses. So that's my own fault. I should have just stuck with the basics, which is what I like doing, but keeping it easy. I ended up selling it for 8. We lost 4. Never got to use the car, but had a car that I like to look at least, and like one of those bucket list cars that I always wanted for a few years. So it was kind of neat, and I made a bunch of videos off of it. My Skyline is still for sale on my website, so if somebody's interested in it, I'm in Florida, the Skyline's in New Hampshire. It's useless to me right now, so if you guys are interested in that car, reach out to us for either one, www.flying-wheels.com. I still have my Humvee that we have to sell as well. Normal things from Florida. Like I'm gonna buy some cool stuff, make some cool videos. I'm not gonna dive into like so many projects that I don't finish anymore. We're getting back to the basics in our next videos, so make sure to subscribe for more car content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.